I'm a very simple man. I see a 3-iron and I want to hit it. Okay, the Ping G410 Crossover. This thing looks awesome. Now I hit the old Crossover when it came back out, when it did come out, not the G400 but the G, and that thing was a machine. It was very high launching, but it just got you out of trouble and it was a bit offset. I'm not that big of a fan of hybrid looking clubs, and it was bordering on the line of looking at a hybrid. Now I'm going to hit this, I'm going to test it, I'm sure it's going to go an absolute mile. But also I'm going to give you some comparisons of second-hand, older versions of this basically. That are going to be a fraction of the cost because it is expensive. I haven't even looked, I think it's about 229. It's something like a hybrid obviously. But yes, the reason I love 3-irons is because I can actually hit a fairway with them. Drivers, not so much. Therefore, having a 3-iron or a 2-iron in the bag that I'm comfortable with is always key for Simon enjoying golf and playing more golf. Now, I don't know if this is going to go in the bag this year, mainly because I'm pretty much built my channel around second-hand clubs. But it'd be nice to test it, see how forgiving and how far this thing goes. I'm going to set up the GC2, hit a few balls, talk about it. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe, let's do it. Okay, first swing of the day with this club. I'm excited, but this could literally go anywhere. What am I looking for in this club? Forgiveness, distance, sound. Not that much then. Alright, first swing, here we go. Let's see if I can find the middle of the club face to start off with. Well, I can't really ask much more than that, to be honest. I've picked it quite clean, so I've hit it in the bottom 2 grooves, but again, 153 ball speed, 226 in terms of distance, spun a tiny bit high, but that's because I picked it quite clean, hit it a bit thin to be perfectly honest. But I'd take it. First shot of the day, I think I'd definitely take that. Right, another one. That was better. And you can see it, spin rate dropped massively, ball speed was the same, but that's why I've got so much more distance in that one. 243 carry. Muy bien. However, sounded quite clicky to be perfectly honest. I definitely felt it through my hands. I know I've only hit 2, but that's not a good sign. That's not something that I'd really want from a driving iron, to be perfectly honest. I want the feeling of just a solid lump of metal behind the ball that's just going to plough through it. I shouldn't even feel that ball. That ball should be disintegrated into fine dust. Right, and again. I've caught that one. I mean, I've caught all of them, but I've caught that one. That was out the middle. And to be perfectly honest, that was more the feeling I was looking for. So, as I said, I only had 2 shots, but that one was more of the kind of springy, launching, sounding that you wanted from a driving iron. The best driving iron I've ever hit, realistically, is that P790 with a graphite shaft. This seems so long. Like, I feel like I've got a driver shaft in this. Which the problem is, I just feel like I'm going to hook everything with it, so I'm really trying to hold my hands off. But when it goes, it goes. I mean, but then that's every driving iron that costs £200 on the market, to be perfectly honest. That's it, another one. Loads of talking. He loves to talk. That's so thin. That's so thin. I've almost missed the ball there. Again, I feel, because it's so long, I feel like it's so upright for me. I'd have to have the lie changed if I was able to get one. Right, come on. You're a professional golfer. Let's hit a decent golf shot. And there's the left one, really. I was kind of worried about. I mean, forgiving driving irons in a general sense. 3 irons aren't going to be forgiving because it's an iron. If you want something ultimately forgiving, get a hybrid. I don't like hybrids, so maybe I'm being a bit too brutal on it. However, if I had the choice between this and the P790 tailor-made driving iron, I know which one I'd have in the bag. Or even, as I said at the start, like alternatives to this would be going like the RSI UDI. Now, I have one of those in the bag. That thing was an animal. I'd so quickly have that back in the bag again if I could ever get my hands on them. I think you could get one for about 70, 80 pounds. They've held their value so well, purely because it's just a decent iron that's going to be forgiving, launching, everything else like that. I flushed that. Now, if you could sell me that, if someone could just sell me a swing, I'll be buying that swing tomorrow. That thing's just like perfect. Slight draw, spin rate's great, ball speed's great, carry's just redonkulous. Redonkulous, are you 13, mate? But overall, if I don't hit it, I get punished. I know that's stupid to say because it is a 3 iron, but it just sounds a bit clicky. It just doesn't sound that great when you don't hit out in the middle. And I know I should just always be hitting this out in the middle anyway. That's a rubbish ball. But I feel like that'd be playing on my consciousness. The thing is that I love about a 3 iron, or a decent 3 iron, is it's the club that's always going to go down the middle, or down the slight left and right, if I'm going to hit a poor swing on it. So I want that confidence when the driver's not working this well. I don't think I'd have the confidence with this, to be perfectly honest. I feel like the G series was more forgiving. I know it's a bigger head, but if I had a choice between the two, I might go down the G series route. I'd have to test them side by side. And again, decent hits, spin rate. It gives you everything that you possibly might want in a 3 iron when it comes down to ball speed, spin rate and everything else like that. Let's wrap this up. Okay, this is how you sum up the G410. It's as good as anything else out there on the market. However, it definitely doesn't go above and beyond. It looks a lot better than it actually is. The look looks like it's going to have that springy insert, that face, and just that nothingness of sound and feel when it comes off the club face. You only get that when you hit it out the screws. If you hit it anywhere else on that club face, I feel like you get too punished, and at the same time it feels like you're hitting a Donne, and it feels like the face is about to cave in. That's where I am with it. I thought it was going to be a lot better, to be perfectly honest. I was willing it because I love driving irons, a bit of a connoisseur when it comes to driving irons. But to be perfectly honest, if you want to go and buy something brand new in a driving iron, I'd definitely go tailor-made. If you want something second-hand, tailor-made RSI, or even going down the G series route with this, where you're going to get one for about 80, 70 quid, and you're going to save yourself a bit of money. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Leave this video a like if you liked it. As always, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.